Welcome to Judge of Ghana TV. Akwa Baba, Judge of Ghana TV so.
Me patron here, back here 150. Me answer for 450.
Me answer for 450.
Yeah, and 950. The other.
And 950.
And 950.
50.
Yeah.
And the mommy and 950. Say 950. £5.
Me pay me back here 150. Me pay me answer 450. Me pay Ghana and 950.
50.
Yeah, we are concerned.
Me concerned.
Ope akoko.
Me pa akoko. Nti mami we say no and 950. No ma akoko.
Akoko back here for 7 pounds.
Me answer ne for 7.
Me answer for 10 pounds.
Nti mami me answer for 10 pounds. Chicha menkeswa.
Chicha mami.
Ube chicha mami.
Yes, ahora.
Eso swala.
Hey, give it 3. Me back here 150.
We started today's show with an Indian butcher in Brixton, South London, speaking Twi. You know, Brixton is full of a lot of Ghanaians. It's a bit like Tottenham in London. 7 Sisters. Brixton is also full of many Ghanaians who have emigrated to the United Kingdom. And some of the, butchers, either they fraternize with the Ghanaians in the UK, some of them are married to them or have them as girlfriends, and they've learnt a bit of the Ghanaian language. Some of them have actually lived in Ghana before also migrating to the United Kingdom. So it's not surprising that this Indian man is speaking Twi, and it's quite good actually. It's quite funny. Twi with an accent. Anyway, so we kick off today's show with that, something just to tickle your fancy. And what we're going to cover in this episode, we're going to cover 3 things. 1, 2, 3. The first thing we're going to cover is allegedly Asiedu-Nketiah, the chairman of the National Democratic Congress, and his son have begun land grabbing in Accra. So we'll look into this matter. Secondly, we're going to look at the aftermath of Ablekuma North elections. And then thirdly, we're going to look at Nana Agrada, Evangelist Patricia Asiedu-Nketiah, Evangelist Tupac, Gangster Evangelist. So those are the 3 topics we're going to cover. And the title of today's episode is The Aftermath. So now let's start. To begin with, let's find out why this man is irate. This man is very angry. Yenhwe asema esi a ama papa we yebehwe ne video yi. Asema esi ama ne buafu. Yenhwe. Take a look at this.
You are the who. He has an ambition, and he never voted for me because he does not vote in my constituency. But I voted for him to become the chairman, and now he has another ambition, and so he and his son should stay clear of this one land. If he wants a land, he can go to BA. That is where he can get fast land to at least start with this cashew nut farming. He can go there and do that thing. But Nwaland, or is he a Ghana? He has Tuba to be a Ghana. He can never take this land. Listen, he can bring Obama camp, everybody toys. But I swear, this land, never. It will never go. It will never go. What they are doing today, they can do this, but they will leave. I'm telling them, I'm promising them. Because they've brought people more than 10. They've brought people more than 10. But documents do not lie. Yeah. Documents do not lie. How can Teshi that Nwa gave land to? Teshi that Nwa gave land to can come today and fight Nwa over land. No, it's quite unfortunate. It's impossible. And so I am just advising my chairman, Mosquito, because yesterday I heard his name. Yesterday I heard his name. Moreover, this place, this Nwa land is not like Chadu. They can do that. His son is there doing those things. Those he can do those skirmishes at Chadu, but not on Nwa land. No, not Nwa land. Even yesterday, when we went to Kenela process place, the document he showed us was stated in that the land is situated at Botema. Botema is Botema not Nwa. Is Botema not Nwa. And so a little advice I'll give the chairman, for the sake of his ambition, he should stay clear of the Nwa land. Thank you. He should advise his son because he has an ambition. He has an ambition. And he never voted for me, Asiedu-Nketiah, because he does not vote in my constituency. But I voted for him to become the chairman. And now he has another ambition. And so he and his son should stay clear of this Nwa land. If he wants a land, he can go to BA. That is where he can get fast land to at least start with this kind of cashew nut farming. He can go there and do that thing. But Nwa land, or is he a Ghana? He has Tuba to be a Ghana. He can never take this land. Listen, he can bring Obama camp, everybody toys. But I swear, this land, never. It will never go. It will never go. What they are doing today, they can do this, but they will leave. I'm telling them, I'm promising them. Because they've brought people more than 10. They've brought people more than 10. But documents do not lie. Yeah. Documents do not lie. How can Teshi that Nwa gave land to? Teshi that Nwa gave land to can come today and fight Nwa over land. No, it's quite unfortunate. It's impossible. And so I am just advising my chairman, General Mosquito. Report B. I'm some report, you know. Now you're document in your chain. I'm see, oh, yeah, the document I did that though. Because now the then property fraud commander, Jimendia. Yanina the documents, man. Now one file, someone found 2 documents in the soldier, no problem. Documents in there, you want to be. But one thing is to police for me say, and he said, and ACP appear I didn't have. Say, yes, sister or no, so. Now say, issue. Person CBO I say I do document as somebody man. That's why we keep records. So now no minya NTSA Yanra Asiedu-Nketiah national chairman. Me a party member. Me a constituency chairman. Ayawaso Central. So if you say your mother, I don't care. Because enya omomasase anya baraksa wo ba gina na se me kasa wo be said you are the who enya uniform no anka wontumi gina yen so anu ti no me tu yen kandini eye General Mosquito say dia ye ti ye eye ono ne ba kwaku na ono enura no yes ono e no hyaase e ma wasoma kenel aponsa e 48 engineers ama wasisa omulangas na omhye uniform no e de omo ayden omaba me tunu onyi omo because as I see womuntu infa womuntu me ometumi akosoro aba fam omo pa omo fa ba campaign na mbra MPPHS kra want me womuntu omo fa omo nyina mbra one way no omo boy so one one omo boy because we yen oh ade na bo tesia nwa e na man asase nwa e man asase ene otumi ni nwa e pri asase ho so one na enura no kena amponsa no document bi yi kire ya hwɛ mu no document no all man location na all man na osi botema na botema teshi botema teshi empire buildings ene wo ho no Trasako why na man assassin no nti majo efi no wa assassin aba be hye no wa assassin finfin sa na e no anyina ye no wa anyina ye na e di mai baby a Trasako we na e di mai.
So your last word to
NDC
should go to Boko.
Say
Boko de
yen kind ni
Boko
general mosquito epe asase amane ba no no mo da bibia omu kromu bi ho no obetumi akọ bi na wakọ pass asase no amane ba no na se cashew nut no pese odua na ondua but say prime land say da ben kra na ye ba abam da ben ye ba abam just 5 months ni we ena uba wo fun chado wo san dia ba eha dia ontumi o eha say wo 14 acres e wo ha wo to wan chen wo to e wo wan chen eni ti no onto ni ba ne fu so onu so ka ho a onyi ni ho fi mu say wo me mpese obema e be hohoro ye ntade fi e wo bedwum me no me nya wo ma omliki kofo butu na maka say si omungi omunse fi because case no akọ court e wo court enu nti no se bibia omun twen final determination se court see assassin no e gna adofo dia omun befa so nti obia everybody should stay clear this land until the final determination obia nko nechi so omun tumi sisa military for enfama intimidate say omun be dey ene de ebesi say ya ba no mutimi kam na ne mu bae sabe to amu boy nya sabe na wom wo tutu ade to auto di ade wo di ade
Solomon. They have said or see you are the who. Or see you are the who. You are the who. Yes, but assembly is serious. This man is called Harry Otu Hesse. This man is called Harry Otu Hesse. He is the National Democratic Congress, NDC Constituency Chairman of Ayawaso Central. And he's livid because there's been an attempted land grab allegedly by Johnson Asiedu-Nketiah, the chairman of the National Democratic Congress. Within 5 months, it's now 7 months since His Excellency John Dramani Mahama was sworn in as the President of the Republic of Ghana. And look, they've started grabbing lands. You see, there's something I always say. If you are somebody who regularly listens to my program and watches Judge of Ghana TV, there's something I always say. I say criminality, fraud, stealing, all the evil spirits that make people do criminal acts. It's not pertinent to just one political party. It is a spirit. It's an evil spirit that manifests in criminality. And I said there are rotten apples in both the National Democratic Congress and the New Patriotic Party. So those who have got this misnomer because of the spate of investigations of appointees of the erstwhile Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo government, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia government. Because of the spate of criminal investigations and looking at how the government is looking at how they're going to process these persons to court and start dealing with these criminal cases. A lot of people think, they assume that it's only the New Patriotic Party, the NPP, that are corrupt. But as I always say, there are rotten apples and corrupt people in both parties, because criminality, evil, is an evil spirit, is a spirit. And it doesn't know your party lines. It is about greed and avarice. It's desiring what is not yours and doing whatever you can to acquire those things that don't belong to you. In a wicked, greedy way, selfish way. You know the property does not belong to you, but you are trying to find ways and means to acquire it without doing the proper thing, which is agreeing to purchase it from the right person. No. Because you feel you have power. But remember, this too will pass. Because even human beings pass, let alone any circumstance. There's no circumstance in life that's permanent. It will also pass. So this land grab that is going on and has resurfaced again, even under the new regime of the National Democratic Congress under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. It just proves my point. I've been saying this from time immemorial, that at the moment it is they're trying to whitewash the criminals that are in National Democratic Congress and say basically all the criminals are in the New Patriotic Party. It's not true. And this is evidence, because if this man is speaking with so much heart, you can see he's speaking from his heart. If this wasn't true, why would, it's not even an opposition person. He's a National Democratic Congress Constituency Chairman. Why would he complain so bitterly if there was no truth in what he's saying? And we see the evidence, because if you look at the footage, there are soldiers on his land or a property that is somehow linked to him. And these soldiers have guns. And clearly they are terrorizing him. That is why he stood his ground and he brought reporters there so that they will see what was going on, that there was an attempt to illegally or dishonestly appropriate his property. And he was defending his property by going public and getting the journalists involved so that it will be publicized that this is what is going on. Because people say, there's a wrong saying that people say. They say, if you can't beat them, join them. But that's not right. It's actually something I coined when I was talking to somebody who made that comment. I said, no, it's not if you can't beat them, join them. It is if you can't beat them, expose them. And this is what is going on with the help of social media. Now, this man, who is obviously being targeted by Johnson Asiedu-Nketiah, the chairman of the National Democratic Congress, and his son, to dishonestly appropriate his property. This NDC Constituency Chairman of Ayawaso Central, Harry Otu Hesse. This Harry Otu Hesse, he cannot, the way he's so passionate about what he's saying, it is clear that he is distraught and he's under pressure. He's being attacked by surrogates sent by the named person, because he said these people's names came up in conversations. Of course, these people are hiding behind the soldiers. And he mentioned a Colonel Amponsa, who was behind bringing these soldiers who are glorified land guards dressed in a uniform to come and terrorize this person? How do we live in a country? Ghana is supposed to be a law-abiding country, and then we have people who are in government who are trying to dishonestly appropriate the property of citizens. And you say we are a law-abiding country. If this carries on, that means that no lessons have been learned from the fiasco of the erstwhile Nana Addo Dankwa regime, with all the land grabs that went on. And they're still continuing it. This time, even attacking individuals further. Because they have the political power. It's wrong. Look, if it was wrong under New Patriotic Party, then it's wrong under John Dramani Mahama, National Democratic Congress regime. So, as His Excellency John Dramani Mahama said, he has ordered the Attorney General to look into the Joseph Yamin allegations of his involvement with other NDC people in illegal mining, popularly known as Galamsey. I've seen the document from the Attorney General made public, the press release. As John Dramani Mahama has started his good work, he should continue. He should deal with people who are engaged in criminality, no matter whether they are NDC people, National Democratic Congress people, or MPP people, New Patriotic Party people, because criminality doesn't know party lines. A criminal just hides behind a party so that they can have the political sway. And they should be rooted out, because otherwise Ghana is doomed. So it's very, very important that this land grab situation that has been put up by Harry Otu Hesse, Jubilee House, and the government of John Dramani Mahama must look into this matter in great depth and make sure justice is served, because it is wrong for somebody to pressure people, deceive people, and coerce people and rid them of their property, steal their property from them, essentially, dishonestly appropriate their property. We cannot live in this country if this goes on, and something must be done. And as Harry Otu Hesse said, the NDC Constituency Chairman of Ayawaso Central said, he made a comment. He said, documents don't lie, but I beg to change that a bit and say genuine documents don't lie. Genuine documents don't lie, because people make false documents. Because he said in his interview that he had also seen the so-called documentation that was produced by Colonel Amponsa. He looked at it and it said the property that whoever had sent him, which is allegedly is Asiedu-Nketiah, Johnson Asiedu-Nketiah, and his son. He mentioned his name. I think he said Kojo Nketiah. Asiedu-Nketiah and his son were trying to annex his property. And his property has already been in the property fraud headquarters of the police service. And he said the matter was already in court. And everybody should desist from coming on the property because they're going to deal with it. And he saw land grab here, and you had the pool. So when you're to me, now we general to me no so political to me now when you know. Say, who be dig Ghana for inya. Now we are a Japadi. But there's no difference. If these allegations are true regarding John Asiedu-Nketiah and his son being involved in land grabbing in Accra, Ghana. It's no different from what the second lady in the erstwhile Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's government, the second lady of the land and her brother, Samaria Baumia and her brother Abu Ramadan did to the demolishing the 10 properties of Mr. George Otibosu. Remember, these were NPP people, New Patriotic Party people, involved in that illegal demolition based on false documents. Yes. And now we have a similar situation with an NDC Constituency Chairman, Harry Otu Hesse of the Ayawaso Central constituency. His property being attacked by, allegedly by Johnson Asiedu-Nketiah, the General Secretary, the Chairman, not General Secretary, the Chairman of National Democratic Congress. Are they not both NDC people? They are both NDC people, so it's no different. So if we are saying, because this is what I say, if we're saying that because of what Samaria Baumia and her brother Abu Ramadan did to Mr. Otibosu's property, and unfortunately her husband, the second gentleman of the land at the time, former Vice President Dr. Baumia, turned a blind eye, did nothing about it. And subsequently in 2025, the judgment has been given and 50 million Ghana cedis has been awarded as compensation to Mr. George Otibosu in a civil suit in Accra. So if this has happened in 2025, so basically Samaria Baumia and her brother Abu Ramadan were in the wrong and have been found that their documents are truly false. Then in this instance, okay, no difference, because what Johnson Asiedu-Nketiah and his son are doing against this NDC Constituency Chairman is no different, because they feel they have more power than the Constituency Chairman. So it's like bully boy tactics, and I'm going to force and take it. It's wrong. Can never be right in any country, under any dispensation. If this is how it's going to be, then we're talking about people taking the law into their hands, because the security service people, and they are is the people of Ghana who have put these security forces in their possession. So if now they are now attacking the citizenry and working and colluding with politically exposed persons to defraud us of our properties, and Ghana is doomed, then we're less than a banana republic, because it seems like despite the good efforts of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to make sure justice is served, and the motto of freedom and justice is felt in the country of Ghana, it seems that some of his appointees and some of his senior National Democratic Congress persons are involved in criminal activities. And this is undermining the good work of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and trying to bring law and order and justice into them. Yes. So it begins at home. So the top echelons of National Democratic Congress, make sure the people your appointees are clean and not involving themselves in these criminal activities like land grabs. This is a very serious matter. It's a very, very serious matter, because if justice is not served or seen to be served, and what happened under the erstwhile Akufo-Addo government continues in the National Democratic John Dramani Mahama government, then you are asking for people to take the law into their own hands because they're not going to get support from the national security and also look at the soldiers. Soldiers who should be doing soldier duties are actually repackaging themselves as land guards to oversee criminal activities on behalf of politically exposed, powerful people in the National Democratic Congress. Allegedly, Asiedu and his son. So the son is even marshalling. So what is different from what Asiedu-Nketiah and his son is doing from what we heard John Kuma did? Because we had Osofo Computer Man, Prophet Computer Man, come and say that they tried to use soldiers to annex his property. But because he had political links himself, managed to get his property back. But these people might not have that sway. So the reason why God made the laws and gave it to Moses to give it to the people is the law. There is a saying, always say, everyone is equal before the law. But look, you do what Asiedu-Nketiah and his son do what they're doing. They think they're above the law and they're going to find a way to get the property. Look, it's wrong. It's wrong. What is not yours is not yours. I always say a thief knows he's a thief. So, His Excellency, we beg you, please come to the aid of the citizenry. Because we can't sit in a country where people who have got genuine documents, they use their links to undermine justice. No, let justice be upheld and get to the bottom of this matter because it's an NDC person against another NDC person. Please, don't let it the spiral into what happened with Samaria Baumia and her brother Abu Ramadan and Mr. George Itubus. Yeah. And by the way, as much as you can deal with fraud in the civil court, it's also a criminal offense. Fraud, dishonest appropriation, they're all criminal. So let the criminal investigation department of the property fraud department get involved in resolving this matter, or else, as I always say, Ghana will be doomed because this thing can't continue. You need to nip it in the bud as soon as possible. So this is what I'm going to say about that. Now let's move on. The next thing I want to discuss is Ablekuma North. What happened at Ablekuma North? I want to discuss that.
Those are 5K men are offering. Opa, Uncle Ibrahim Vizia, Casa Emma, Uncle Gabi. One time, powerful person in this country. Uncle Fee, there is no car park there. To 5K men, when it turns, about 0.01 men, if will be a map. Then you have all of them at your disposal. Please, you know money. And we have encouraged you to say, Basintel, hey, 5K men, move. Then it dead. On the side, crack it because when you fly, on the kitty cry. Young boy, and this is what you want to do. Uncle Bush and when the skills 10. Kobusha, I mean, when the skills 10. Those are 5K men are offering. Opa, Uncle Ibrahim Vizia, Casa Emma, Uncle Gabi. One time, powerful person in this country. Uncle Fee, there is no car park there. To 5K men, when it turns, about 0.01 men.
O ma sumuntu da IGP won ka senkodu o ma sumuntu da adi a wo ma omu ye ha okusi your man was here and then omu bu oba besia etiatia no fam na o man smith na o Chris deputy nanabi deputy no Chris unim de omu de Chris omu putunu bo ka mu ewie na atuka Okachen boss, he said, let's go, move. Azuka Nebeye Sadi. Azuka ni NDC Azuka. I want to put a mess for the NDC operations in opposition time. Yen Mobia, Mimio, Pianua minimum. Person Pianua minimum. Usumo Akufu Tama minimum. What you say? Azuka Nadine boys, Ebeye Sadi. I know, understand it, and then I feel it as a pain. Me never by answer. I know Azuka. He wear the fugu and there is a fair color TikTok. Me I don't know. I don't know to me by answer. Obi a friend me meba. No ma catch to ko busa Azuka say I want to be answer. Jamal boys no. Me catch Ghana by and say na ya bu ha o na oda. Etina 2 minutes best. Ebi a no ma be bu oba bi no no so NDC. Mempe sadie no enti na make sure say Ghana mlase ya mu oba na ede na me ma ko mu oba. Yes, he defends herself. He defends omubunu no edu ba bi no say one defending no ho a omubunu was great. I was here, maybe you came later. You came later. When you came later, I was here since 7 o'clock. Me, any video, me, I'm not talking about the video, but you people are editing. Because who Nipabia, Wasuma, Waba, until who editor, of editing. What is it? I'm not studying my you know, me and some of you one spray, yeah, Mammy one spray, yeah. The woman was very kind, the wedges, and then wear a white top. When he came, he shouldn't. One yashi, so this was spray no more.
Net election, more being baby free say we've lost the election. Yeah, grassroots, and now Akwanyas our vote. We didn't organize well. We talk to them, they don't listen to us.
Which people don't listen to you?
Leadership maybe a normal Kasamunti. The whole Ghana and Omonia election. It is the whole Ghana against few of us. Where your hondi, your little where I work and they mobilize it. But with that, they didn't overcome us. Fortunately, there will be a how comes incident in this year. We went there, we were there like 3-4 times. We know them, they know us. What did they become? But unfortunately, sir, incident in us. I want to caution our leadership. It is time they should listen to us.
When you say they should listen, what are you trying to say?
They should listen to other part. Need to listen to the grassroots. We need to put up a structure. Our internal security, our operational guys. I say, how can you run an election without internal security? We're all over the polling stations. We're all over the polling station. And if the party had almost support, look at the difference. Over 2,000-3,000 men on Modeba. And look at the money they spend on them.
Where are your men? One more ever.
But can I mobilize all the men?
By I think a day before the election.
Yesterday I did that.
Yes. So where were they? Where were they? Blue Army.
The party need to support and push us. The party does not belong to me. You understand? It is an association that I've joined, and I'm forcing to make the spirit of the party stand. instead of them to support and push. You think if we're able to push all of them, support them to come on the grounds today, this thing would have happened.
So what do you say? I saw deputy the deputy organizer was beating. What was your say on that?
Unfortunately, so my today deputy.
And also baby.
Today, I don't believe in violence. I believe in protecting my party people, and I always defend myself. When you try me. Absolutely. You understand? I always defend myself when you try me.
So Malik Basantali was say when the video our complaints was assaulted, I was there, I saw everything. It was trending. When Malik saw the video, say in assaulting, you should go and read what's happened days and
well, for him, sometimes I don't want to talk about it. You know, me more cry, be free, baby nearby. But I say I'm a street boy. Sometimes and yes, over no mobilizing call for nah. No. We need proper organization. I don't want to be engaging. When best and many will be crack.
But did you know you were a target?
I was all over.
You know, you're part of the people that they want to assault.
If they want to assault me, I'm here.
No, when we were there at the there.
But I was all over.
We heard someone saying that Munkatimo is known for yes, I have
you were part of the people that they wanted to assault.
Yes. And
there is a man who were wearing a blue jalabia.
And within themselves, they will tell them, don't try.
Yeah, we had someone telling me, most is the mobile some about. Yes.
So I was all over. We meet you, Pussy. We're going rounds. We meet, we talk with Georgia. I see some of the MC. Some of them are our friends. All what I'm saying, look, we have the men, MPP.
We have the men. You keep saying this. So we have the men. But today we didn't see your men.
No, don't say that. If you say that, I disagree with you. If you have 300 men and somebody have 1,000 men or 2,000 men, can you fight the person?
No. So that means NDC have the men.
They brought a lot of people.
All they are men.
So listen, our party was not
ready for violence.
No, was not ready for the election.
For election, okay.
So this is what on our capacity we did.
Okay. So now there will be a by-election that goes here.
I think it all boils down to apology, and because that's my party, and I'll keep being MPP. And so we all make mistakes. If your party says you shouldn't run, and I feel that the grassroots like me, but whatever it is, I think the matter is resolved, apology given, and we move on. Yes, we are moving on to see what God has in store for us. Yes.
You mentioned that it's a mistake. Is it a mistake that you regret going against your party?
The question you asked is a bit. All that I can say is we've apologized to the party.
NPP leaders.
Hey, and both Delta Force, Invisible Force, all the forces say what and I don't think any fire crowd, any emoja, Yanni to NPP 2016. Shamohe Obia Organa and putting NPP. And Mabuno, your confidential to me. The real what do you say? 2 weeks remand. Adaya, ye pejuma, aye. Mama sa ko yamra. E dey serious said. Ye bi bia ye ntie. Mbe ka kire mo ne. Mu no rewu. They see one. The shot. Voice dey momo. I don't know what the bia na you. Obi enu no ma sabi na me boy a ne nan ye 4 na ne size 6 na ho de na ntina. Ye nyina ba ko pe. Ema wo pe. It's in the crack. I take to me a man, but one of the fast no. Moon away, me some walk, may not profit me you about the same. Me, and I'm the Delta Force Chairman of Santa Rita. The Casa Boys in it, the Castle Pium Piba, the Castle Mona Moda. They say you want that, or that's what they be. At you are, or more chairman, by my shamable. We are prophecy.
atiwa panyini baako ombeku baako ade akyerɛ mo sɛ munim nyansa ambifo yenim nyansa wankora enti me hyɛ mo bɔ sɛ atiwa panyini baako bɛwu me boys downtown visible all the boys say walk and ma obi yes mo mo mbɔfo maame mo yere ɛne mo ma ɛfa ko san ko sɛ munim bodyguard asia bodyguard ni bodyguard ufo bi sɛ bodyguard or security a wɔyɛ part of body ma wɔn ne nam na sɛ tutu a wɔn na de ne ho gye sekan ba wɔn na de ne ho gye abɛɛbɛ ha na kusi asman ha wɔ kusi ankobi ɛde ne ho bɛgye ama but mo de mo nsa left and right didi yɛ mpanyinfoɔ sɛ konko didi a konko ne ɛtiwa NPP mo watch out na babunu no security for no kwam de fa so no mo ma omo no ensua bibi no mu se next time no ofa akra ana osuma akra se onko ode ne kwafu na so ne nema na ode ndu baabi na ga se ahameso no anso na akra ne su se security sie su na for na 5 first e bi si bi etiwa watch out
for Akwatia. I know NDC. To also know your party ni beko amiasa akobo yesa ne aba. Yeah. ABP ba power no a wan hwe na chitafo ni ye no a eye didija ene adufo dipa no person nkumnyam. Eno na ekofa sansem we nyina ba. Because how should a party like MPP invincible ne data force of 4 and a boy Emma MPP 2016-2017 enye police for enye soldier for they gave us that need to protect. See we no na kratch for no party no but so omu nim nyansa and omu kwaye mra but does it make sense temandi MPP this are law ba make say MPP are you behaving like in krankara o say yamba data force the yamba invisible o ahode ne chane NDC if we are being honest and sincere to ourselves, can easily mobilize and get these boys. And you know, a time came, so man this banning data force in invincible. No one will be petrol. Yeah. What we can't buy me petrol, data force and invincible. Because me know Mushia, me know Mukasa, I recognize them, I accept them, I sit down with them, and you want me say, hey, because I have been na bati say ya, big no be say. Nkroma no baako bi afa no nkroma no wo nkroma obedwane nkroma ache be we bodyguard 17 bodyguard what I say nkroma ne nua baako no mention na take care of me in Accra with the cratch sem ni buku sem sa makoye law magu invisible but who will come and protect you and when me name Moses Abokasai also a catch a party telephone say this is what I know the NDC will be doing. But anything I make us a polling station biano. You're organizing ye ni yantua bani. Quite just your well bottom. Quite just can protect the balobos. What to far monfa? Oh, people from fat, not tamale. I know a lot of our boys in war. Oko Bolaga, a friend all die. Yeah. Wouldn't boy. Yeah. All die. Adia pan and can set to Siben Adiama or man just Bolaga constituencies in Inano. Oh man, boys. So how do we get them back? Oh, madam, no. And yes, I don't think I will involve myself in some of these things. It's party no. Oh, David, no, let me too for the fire. It don't too for you. I mean to be. Go out to for the possible. There's a party yes here, quite Ebianke, bet my prepare year. You could have stopped some of these things. Well, and this you go. Yes,
and as I'm fancy the brand, my son to the point, sir. I go cry the addition and no cross it. Many with that stage. And think at least a young mammy to be. No matter about compare, some young you may be no stay. Near good run on, now many party me view. I think I might be too near him. So, Ghana political party, political history. I can't say UGCC, but if 47, 69 was there. Time nearly powered for Ghana. 2 years, 3 months, Buzia time. Me, 69, maybe 30 years, and be a member of parliament, be a founding member of Progress Party. 2 years, 3 months, Buzi I am deputy foreign minister. A champion 2 years, name sick. The team and number the Ashford prison with them 1 year, 3 months. Something that they are causing behind another detention. But I know I did build the year. From 72 January, I jump on 2 years side, the tradition. There are more power POR that till 2001. Me, I'm a crane of departing by power. 2 times. Ghana, we didn't see. And then, the ability say, a young woman, a prepare woman, not be busy becoming a mere down, my children, your bag no me cry. Interesting.
After the Blakuma North election, the 19 polling stations being rerun, a number of things have happened, and mostly the things that have happened are concerning New Patriotic Party, NPP. Apart from the grassroots, which are the internal security persons who have been sidelined. So they are complaining that they've been ignored by the leadership, the current leadership of the New Patriotic Party. The foot soldiers, the grassroots people are complaining. And also, we have His Excellency, former President John Ajekum Kofo, also complaining that he has been sidelined, has been ignored. So there's a problem within the New Patriotic Party. They don't take advice, they don't listen to the elders, and they certainly don't listen to the grassroots and the foot soldiers. They do what they like. And this kind of leadership style they're exhibiting will only lead them into the gutter. So they need to get their house in order. New Patriotic Party need to get their house in order because the house is in disarray as it stands. And to be honest, the way things are going, there's going to be chaos in Aketua. There's going to be chaos in Akwetia, in the Akwetia by-election. After the demise of Ernest Kumi, the MP for Akwetia, there's going to be chaos in Akwetia. That is, it's looking like that. It's looking like that. So something has to be done. I think that some sort of spiritual intervention from genuine men of God is required. And to be honest, since it affects the New Patriotic Party, I would suggest that they start cleaning themselves spiritually and physically and start consulting the Most High God as opposed to other gods. Because if you listen to several men of God, they're complaining that, I listened to Apostle Worshipper recently, he said the New Patriotic Party is a bloody party. That's the comment he made. So something has to be done. There has to be a cleansing, spiritually, physically, and emotionally, because a lot of people are traumatized. Even President Kofo is traumatized by the way he's being treated by the leadership of New Patriotic Party. And the grassroots people, the foot soldiers, the constituency people, the polling station people, they're all disillusioned and disgruntled with what is going on in the leadership of the New Patriotic Party. There has to be a cleansing. To be honest, all the executives must be done with, and fresh faces and fresh ideas. That is what we sitting on the outside can see. Okay, with regards to Nana Grada, well, Oyiwa, listen to what her husband did, watch what her husband did in her church, and also listen to what was said on Adom FM by Prophet Kum Chacha. So at the end of the day, let's take a listen.
You celebrate. Self-so piala apa. Aba omani mu. Aba kroni mu. Amani pam pepe ni pepe asode. Omani pedimfo. Oh Jesus. Omo kebi ye. Omani mu asofo. Enipa biara. Owo omani mu. Oye Ghanani. Oti wiase a. Enipa no. Ya fom no. Ye ni amame. Yonkoto jay. Yesterday. Yesterday, man, Penny. His Excellency, the President of Ghana, the President of the land, John Dramani Mahama, on any vice, Her Excellency, Yamami Nana Jane, Oman Penny, the Hukani, the First Lady of the land, Yamami Lotina. A soft penny for a Christopher, radio presenters, bloggers, a nipper biara, a nipper businessmen, a nipper biara, Yamamia no Mukasa as a cassetia. When Yam Fanche, he's a Christo, yes, to the Nedian, and into the Bessine, or that's what see I see. Yes, right. Who could to enemy of answer to a coma so? Never by a to 3 so. Yes.
One thing.
If
I agrada on oh here.
How much should be?
Nanko pe you was so omo pe ni lawyer no omo pe bail bia ma no. Senke obetimi atena fie na in a court do na fie omo timi adi ni ade but omo na omo grant am no. Me hu say how pa
awo e kwan ben so na ha me
how say na me nim say ka unya ya nko nya bail no
awo eno de un say Ghana ye law no sabi so obi ya appeal na sabi okọ emre ni mo no problem enim ena number 2 sabi me kum chacha me to no me mompa ye ma grada say onko prison enye me pe ene me say me susu ye say onko prison ba ewiase nipa de ogu no eno na utwa all set tama menu ya Kofi Adoma wonwani tama onya problem on nani ho no ma me agrada pie be ka se nyame na atua ne ka na wo de nyame ase kora se ka nyame baboa ma nani na fura kora a wo huna de yeda won se obeka se nsem no to aso be na wotwe boy bi wu Germany ye fra na adwen pa hene
me kai pa
owu ye agrada be ye video to aso na wotwe se nyame na atua ne ka ma na wuse wo wuo no woni age what ya say ni nyame na atua ne ka ena ye de agrada akoto mo no ebi ba onso ena agrada wo ma no ebi ba ena agrada wo ma me pacho adwen pa hene no no wo nei na woni ma
we de ohia don
yeah Kofi Adoma wonwani Kofi Adoma na woni ma ono no won enkusie Empress Gifty Miami be so si ne so bosumi mi no sabe say Empress yenya HIV Empress ya kum ni maame ema Empress sabi o mu fencheme asofo de won sa wo na se wonim de Empress kum wo na dwen mo Empress no won kusie no de wonima so awo Bible tama o medane so Paul no o yenkrofo bebra yakayaka de o sesan yo obedane Paul no de o de yenkrofo bia no twa so aba enya so aketua Galatians 6:7 wasi de woni pagu de no anu twa
ntia ya ode
so fukum chacha enye me de but de wo beye no kama wo ho ade bia ni pa wo beye no me enye me de se me ye judge etu bi sam say enye me da kum chacha me ye judge but de ni pa ye no
eno ana
ɛna mo se saa agrada yɛnyini no mpie dia
eti nyame na atua ne ka na
ɛyɛ obia deɛ wobɛyɛ wa asase we so no so obi any kwaye na ya say nyame na atua ne ka obi kowi o say nyame na atua ejo no so ne de na ye han.
As you can see, Nana Grada went to court on the 15th of July 2025, seeking for bail while she waits for an appeal to overturn her 15-year jail sentence. And when she went to court, the Amasamai High Court, her bail was denied. So she had to return back to Insawam prison. And when she came to court, no one could see her face because she had a scarf on her head and she wore a face mask which covered most of her face. So it was very hard to see even her eyes. So this is the situation with Nana Grada, because I think people saw it as the judge saw it as premature to allow her to be walking out on bail, because it was felt that she's been in, she was sentenced on the 3rd of July, and it was then the 15th. So it wasn't even, it hasn't been even 2 weeks since she was sentenced and jailed, that she wants to be put out on bail. So it was denied for now. But we'll keep watching the case to see how it's all resolved. This Agrada court cases and court appearances. So essentially, these are the 3 topics that I want to cover today. If you like this type of content, I'd like you to like, share, subscribe. And also, I'd like you to go to kofi.com/coachwright. There, I have written some ebooks. One is on leadership, 365-day devotional on leadership. And the other is corruption in the 54 nations of Africa. These are must-reads, and they're free. So far as you're watching this Judge of Ghana TV, it's free to anyone. You can download it. They're free ebooks. So go to kofi.com/coachwright and download these freebies. That's my gift to you. As I've said, and I'll say it again, I'd like you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and certainly press that notification bell. Thank you for your time, and see you in the next episode. As I always end my episodes, I say, Ghana first, always. Bye for now. Bye.